gathered here today.
Oh gosh.
My witch.
I refuse.
No.
So I'll go ahead and give us a wee bit of a recap, since it's been an extra week in between. That has given me an extra week to plan more stuff. It's great. This is going to be.
We can't cancel anymore, guys.
We are building to some big stuff. But last week, if we remember, a couple of things happened, probably more than a couple. One, very, very notable, Estrella is fully healed. She has taken the last potion she will ever need and got fully healed. Quirk came through on that.
On that.
However, unbeknownst to anyone,
we're there.
Even though I dropped a ton of hints, Quirk is working with Kiva and the Night Mother. She has been working with them for we don't know how long, but in the midst of Estrella's healing, she also found herself chained, drugged, and connected through an IV to this machine at the top of Roka's throne. This machine, we know, is the gateway to different realms. This is what Quirk has been working on. This is what Kiva Las has wanted her to work on, and Roka, and perhaps even Nim's parents, who are talking about a way to use a portal to get home. As we know, the only portal so far that's apparent is the one that Quirk has been working on, and she apparently needs Estrella's blood as the final ingredient to make it work, the blood of a mage. Kieran's body, both Keledri, actually Keledri would know, and I'm assuming she told Yasin, but Kieran's body, the trail that connects the two of them, the Night Mother, through this force crystal, leads to the heart of the machine. And so we can assume that Kieran's body is in there acting as some sort of a focusing crystal. On the main floor, Kiva Las had played a song, entertained the crowd, and they made all of you make wisdom saving throws, which about half of you failed. And we'll get to what that means when it's important. But I have it written. Melissa's like, yeah, no, I was one of them. Yes, you were. But Kiva Las had, but not only was he playing his instrument, this instrument was another instrument for Thaunus, one that you had been sent to collect. The clue horn, which is just a fancy Star Wars term for a clarinet. Yes?
So it wasn't one of ours.
Mm-mm.
It's a new one.
It's a new one.
Oh, I for some reason thought they found it in Estrella's stuff.
No, this is... So the one that you have from Hyrule, Estrella still has. If it was in her pouch, it's been in her pouch. It has not been taken out. No, this is the new one. This is the third one.
Okay.
For this realm. After playing his magical clarinet of Star Warsness, Kiva Las had taken Grim on a tour. And part of that tour led to her father's study. That pieces of it had actually gotten transported to this realm and were a part of Roka's treasury collection. Kiva had encouraged her to use her arcane abilities to dive into her past, to look and to learn. And what was revealed was that while she thought she had killed her father, it was Alexander who had done it and tried to erase Grim's memory of the moment to spare her pain. But Kiva wasn't fully convinced that this was all there was to the memory. Mud, on the other hand, is left looking for Estrella because she told her to stay by her side, and now she's not. No one really knows where Estrella is. No one has perceived that. And Keledri and Kieran and Yasin, watching the festivities from their side, trying to figure out the right opportunity to reveal that they have Roka's son that he's been looking for. Kieran the cat literally throwing out bags of crap, saddling up alongside Anthrax and kind of befriending him, who still's a little pissed off at Nim and a bit hurt from the conversations they've been having. But as Keledri is getting ready to make her move, think of her next steps, her grandmother appears behind her, moving like a shadow, and touches her mind. And in that moment is where we will start tonight's episode. Keledri's grandmother waves her hands in a slow spell that you're unprepared for. In the span of an instant, you blink, and when you open your eyes, you're back home in the forests of Faerun, on the outskirts of your clan's village. Your clan is a forest-dwelling one of tieflings. They live in a section of the forest that some would consider haunted. Most brave adventurers steer clear of your particular clan's lands because, as a people, you're known to be unforgiving with outsiders. Not to say that outsiders have not ventured in and even befriended your people, but you keep a very low tolerance for them. Behind you in the trees, there are huts built long and vast, a network above the forest. To the passerby, you can barely tell that there is a village in these trees. But for your sight, you know where to look. You can see the ladders and the ropes that would take you up into the canopy to where your people hide. As you look at your body, you notice that you are not you. You're young, perhaps 5, 6 years old. At your side is a young bird girl, a harpy. It's Quirk. She actually was a part of your village, and you remember very clearly her always being by your side, like a sister. You've never known your life without her. And in front of the two of you, as you play in the dirt and kind of, throw mud at each other and, do what kids do at a young age, is your grandmother. And she's been working away at this mortar and pestle and kind of grounding herbs and things together, and you kind of hear this kind of low humming chant, and it sounds musical, it sounds innocent to a kid, slightly creepy because she's old, but it doesn't seem evil or sinister. And after a time, she kind of motions to you and Quirk, and, Keledri, Quirk, come here, come closer. It's time, come here. Quirk immediately gets up and sort of runs over to her, and you can tell in this moment that she treats your grandmother as if it's her grandmother, like she was raised by her. What do you do?
Over to my grandmother.
Okay. As you walk over, Quirk is instantly by your grandmother's side, just kind of plops on the ground in front of her, and she kind of holds out her hands and goes, "Me, my turn. And your grandmother kind of gives her some leaves and stuff, and she starts to crush them. And you can see her with her hands starting to just kind of crunch him up and put him in the bowl. And she's like, like this. Yes, good child. Yes, keep him ground nice and Fine like that. You're doing good. When you're done with those, take these mushrooms and just sort of break them up in there as small as you can, okay? Good, good, good. And Quirk is immediately starting to work on all of these things. But your grandmother looks at you and she goes, Caladry, do you remember what we used to talk about different worlds and how you'd like to visit them one day? You remember that, dear?
Yes.
Oh, would you be excited to know that today is a day that we can actually visit one of those worlds? Is that exciting?
We get to come back when we're done.
Of course we'd come back. It'd just be a quick visit. This is home. We wouldn't want to leave home. Would you like to see someplace new, dear?
I think I'd like that. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, well, you know that you have magic in you. I've taught you that from a young age. And sometimes, in order to do magic, we have to do things that hurt a little bit. Like blood magic. You've seen Grandma do blood magic, right? I've healed you before with it. I've made crops grow for our village. And so now is one of those times we need to do a little bit of blood magic. Okay, so I'm just going to need to prick your finger a little bit and get the blood into this bowl. Can you be a brave girl and do that for me?
How is it going to work?
Well, what's going to happen is that I'm going to use your blood and your friend Quirk, right? Your sister there, the two of you, and that will allow me to open a portal with all of these different herbs and everything that we've gathered today. And there's one more special ingredient. The two of you are special. Since birth, each of you has been groomed for this moment. I've raised you both to be very powerful mages. As you get older, your powers will become more apparent. You will do things that even your grandmother couldn't even dream of. You have the power to open the portal.
Okay. I just want to confirm. Is this a flashback or is it like
It is 100% a flashback, but you get to dictate how the flashback goes. You can ask any questions, you can make any rolls. I'm not telling you the story, we're building it together.
Okay, sorry, just want to confirm, just make sure. Okay, so look at my grandmother. I want to ask her, how does the magic work? How does my magic work?
Oh, okay, dear. Let's go through this together. So she pulls out this small needle and she goes, your sister Quirk, she has been helping with the final ingredients. These have been, well, years in the making, really. Some have been grown. You recognize the mushrooms from our village, but these are the leaves here and here. She points to a couple in there, one that has this golden hue to it, another that's a deep red leaf. These come from scattered places along Faerun. Many had to journey far to find these particular ingredients, but they're just a catalyst. Oh, you're young. They will increase your power. You see, I prick your finger here, and she takes a little prick and kind of squeezes your finger over the bowl, and 1, 2, 3 drops go in. And as your blood makes contact with the other ingredients that Quirk is putting in there, it starts to sort of simmer a little bit, as if your blood is an acid to these ingredients, and you watch it start to smoke a little bit in that bowl. What's happening, dear, is that the ingredients are merging with your blood. And when you drink this potion, you will be able to open a portal using just your mind. All you have to do, dear, is think of where you want to go, any place that we've dreamed of, where stars are different, where people fly through the sky and funny contraptions made of metal, where magic is different, where people use crystals to summon their energy. You remember those stories, you think of that place, open your mind to it, and the rest will just happen.
Well, I guess I'll ask my grandmother, are you coming with me or am I going by myself?
Oh, we'll all go, dear. I thought it'd be fun for the three of us to go exploring together.
What if something bad happens?
That's why I'm here, dear. You know how I've protected this village. You've watched me hurt people before. You know I can keep us safe. And in your memory, Keldry, you have seen your grandmother do some pretty horrific things. Like, you've grown up with a pretty brutal lifestyle. You know, blood and death is not new to you, and for you it's comforting to know that someone so powerful is your guardian.
Right. I guess is my character able to recognize any of the, or I guess I can ask my grandmother. Do you have to use Faerun magic or the herbs specifically from Faerun? I'm trying to think like a child here.
No, you're and while this is a flashback and you're a child, you are reliving this as adult Keldry. I want you to roll an Arcana check to see how much of your adult form can come through in these questions.
17.
Okay. You are fully aware of what's happening as Keldry, and you know what young you is supposed to ask and supposed to do, and so you are pushing against the memory and asking questions that to remember deeper. This part of your life is fuzzy, and you're seeing things that are familiar, and yet you're not sure if you've blocked them out or if you just forgot. And so you ask these questions to your grandmother, and she smiles at you. Child, the magic is you. These herbs are just to make you stronger. Every realm has something to increase power. It's why the powerful exist. But you, my dear, I raised you for this. To open portals into new worlds. You can do this. You've always been able to do it. Trust yourself. Trust me.
I guess I'll ask my grandmother, is the magic only in my mind, or is there a specific spell or incantation I need to use in order to activate it?
You just click your heels 3 times and say there's no place. I'm sorry. There's no place.
Normal shoes.
Find some ruby slippers. No, what she actually says is, you have nothing to do but focus on the one singular thing you want to make real. You hold it in your mind, and you imagine every bit of it, the smell, the taste, the way it feels, the way you see it, what you hear. Open your spirit to that vision. And if you concentrate hard enough, you will be able to walk there as easily as we walk to the river. But as you do, you will be opening a portal to a new realm.
Sorry. Okay. All right. Well,
Are you ready, child?
yeah, let's give this a try. I guess I'll just...
Quirk is ready. Quirk is ready. Quirk is excited. Yes, Quirk, of course. Come. And she motions for the two of you to follow her. As you do, you walk just a few feet forward and notice that your grandmother has drawn sigils on the ground. And she wants each of you to stand on specific rune markings. And she tells you, now this is just to help control your power. We increase it with this. And she grabs the cup from the ground, kind of smushes things in just a little bit more with the mortar, and then goes, drinking this increases the power. Standing here focuses the power. I want you to focus on your sister for help. Help. Quick help. Yes. And she holds her hand out to you.
Take Quirk's hand.
Okay. Now here, drink this slowly at first, just small gulps. As you drink it, you feel a hot liquid pass down your throat. And immediately your body starts to warm and pulse. And you feel powerful. You feel scared. And it's almost as if every molecule, every little droplet of blood in your body is just vibrating. And it's intoxicating and scary at the same time. As a little girl, you're not sure what to make of this, but the adult you, aware of this moment, feels the surge of power. And what was fear for a little child is understanding for an adult. You know that at this moment, anything that you could think of, you could make happen. The grandmother steps behind you. Now, focus on our stories. Bring them to life. Where do you want to go?
Not sure, yeah. But would you know the name?
Yeah.
You wouldn't know the name.
Describe it for me. What do you see in your mind?
Describe Narshada as I know it in the stories.
What do you smell? What do you taste? How does it feel?
Okay, so I guess I see the sands in the desert, the flying machines, the metal machines, and all the different types of people.
What can you taste? What's the wind taste like?
Hot.
Good. Focus on that. It's hot. You can feel it on your skin. Is it wet? Is it raining?
Dry. No? Dry.
Dry. You can feel the crackle on your skin. What do you smell?
Metal, sand, earth.
Good. Focus on that metal. It's going to be tinged with something you've never smelled before, but it's oil. Let that fill your nose. Can you see the bright lights of the city?
Yes.
Good. Can you hear the sound of wind, a roar, as these metal machines fly overhead?
Yeah.
Good. Focus. I want you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Uh, 13.
13. Okay, cool. Let me make a little note here. Cool. Okay, you rolled a 13. We'll see what that is later. Yeah, I'm mean tonight. As the ritual takes hold, as you focus, you feel your grandmother put her palm on your chest, and you feel something cold press against your skin. Do you do anything about this?
I'll look down, see what she did.
As you look down, she moves her hand away, and you see a crystal about the size of a palm, up and down, thin, faceted and cut at weird angles, and it glows red. The adult you knows what you're looking at. It's a kyber crystal. You've seen them in Nar Shaddaa. You know of the one that was embedded in Kieran's arm. And as you look down, you see it attached to your chest. And you scream out in pain as you feel it start to dig its way into you, past your skin. It feels as if it's breaking your sternum and just lodging itself deep in you. And you hear your grandmother chant and cut her wrist as her blood flows out and towards you, and it heals the wound almost instantly, locking this crystal inside of you, but the pain is still there. And you feel this coldness where your heart should be. And even now as an adult, you recognize this cold, lingering pain that has never quite gone away. This kyber crystal lodged into the heart of you. Focus, child. Don't let the image fail. And you feel Quirk squeeze your hand tighter. Hold on, sister. You are doing it. I can see the portal. It's opening. Is there anything else you want to do? Want to try?
I can step back to my grandmother and then ask her why here, why this world.
Probably yelling at this point.
Yeah.
Child, this is hardly the time to ask such questions. But that I put inside your chest, there are more where we are going. Feel its power inside you, girl. Don't turn away from it. Let it fuel you, and we will find more.
Can I make any further connection with the kyber crystal? Am I able to use my mind or my magic to in this state?
Yeah.
Or, I think I'm moving a little slow tonight.
I would like you to make the closest thing to this in the Star Wars universe is religion. Make a religion check. 11? As a young girl, you want to please your grandmother. And so you instantly hear her words and you try to push past the pain and you try to feel this magic at the center of you, this new form of it, and you touch the crystal, and you feel it touch back, as if it's alive, as if there is a force inside of it. And you, almost as if touching fingertips, you just barely make contact with the magic inside of the kyber crystal. And when you do, a beam of light shoots from your chest, and the portal opens in front of the three of you. But the minute that you open your eyes, the portal starts to shrink and fade and flicker, and you can hear your grandmother screaming in rage, "No! I thought you'd be strong enough, child. But..." And you watch her cut into her arm 3 times. And as she pulls the blood from her, she throws it at Quirk and takes that blood and rakes it across her body and into your arm as the two of you hold hands, and you find yourself locked to her, and Quirk starts screaming in pain. And through the kyber crystal, you can feel that it's not Quirk's blood passing into you, but it is her soul. And you feel it moving through your arm, across your chest, and lodging itself in the kyber crystal. And a piece of her gets trapped there, and you feel its power. And Quirk's eyes roll back, mouth open in a soundless scream, as a piece of her is ripped out. And you watch as your grandmother grabs her through some unseen magic and flings Quirk through the portal. And in that moment, your sister, the only friend you've ever known growing up, is gone. You feel your grandmother grab you. "It will hold long enough." And
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
I wasn't talking to you. And she starts to drag you through the portal. Is there anything that you wish to do in this moment? How do you react to what just happened?
I'm gonna try and pull away from my grandmother, push against her.
Give me a strength saving throw.
14.
As your grandmother drags you slowly, you kick, you scream, you hit, you fight with everything that the clan has ever taught you, and you are vicious. And at the entrance to the portal, your grandmother can't hold on to you any longer, and as you both pass through the vortex, she lets go and screams out in pain as blood streaks from her in the places that you've clawed and bit. And you watch her fall away from you. And you fall deeper and deeper into this realm, swirling past color, sound, smells that offend you and your heightened senses. Smells that you've never known before. Cold, dead smells. And as you hit a cold concrete floor, you look up and you're alone on the back streets of an alien world, shivering in the rain and helpless. And you draw back out of your childhood memories into the here and the now. And you hear your grandmother whisper in your ear, "It's always been you. I wanted you to remember that. Everything that we're doing here has been because of you. We can go home, Kelladry. It's in your blood. It's who you are, what you were made for. All you have to do is come back with your grandma and let me finish what we started."
So I'm just gonna, say no. No.
No. Yasin, you can hear this. Like, for you, a second or two has passed, just enough time for you to notice, creepy old lady standing behind me, whispering to Calidry, "What the hell?" So you hear what the grandmother says, and you can hear her starting to laugh now, just a low, dangerous chuckle. No. I hope you value your friends, because you are dead to me, child. Enjoy the party. And she starts to slink away. Yasin, you have an opportunity to react if you wish, or you can just let the creepy old lady slide. Your choice.
I'm going to try to grab her.
Make a dexterity check for me.
Where's that? Oh, it's under.
Ooh.
15.
15. That was not where I wanted that to play, by the way. We're going to do that. I'll just play. With a 15, you do grab her. As she kind of slinks by, your hand just instinctually shoots out, and you grab her at her shoulder. And you just dig into this clothing, this cloak that she's wearing. And she turns and she stares you dead to rights, right in your eye. "Do I know you, boy?"
She made it about the color of my skin now. Now it's personal. I didn't think I'd get this far. I'm going to say Yasin stares right back at her and very, matches her tone of voice and says, "I need to know what your deal is and why you were fucking with us."
Ooh, oh, spicy boy, nice. Okay, let me go back in character. Well, you got a pair. Nice. I'll give you this one warning. What I am doing doesn't concern you directly. I don't know who you are. I could give two shits about who you are, sir. But if you don't let me go, I'll turn your pair into a nice handbag.
I grab her and shake.
You keep dangerous company, boy. My granddaughter here, the one I took over, let them go. You'll live. And isn't that what you really want anyway? To live? And she grabs your arm. So you've got her shoulder. She kind of reaches up and grabs your arm. And as you feel her skin touch yours, I want you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, shit.
What was that again? You cut out.
6.
Okay, cool. Nice. Excellent. All right.
Nobody's dice wants to be nice today.
I'm going to keep that handy. So it's not as bad as you think. What you have failed is your ability to block her from reading your mind. And you can feel her just touching the surface of your thoughts. And you can't help but start thinking of the past and things that you've done and who you are. And you're trying to hide and keep her out. But as you try to push her away, you're pushing more memories and thoughts at her in the process, overwhelming her for a moment. You see her. You've been through a lot, Yasin. Go home, boy. Back to the sea, back to your ship. Be a captain, be anything you want to be. Live, isn't that what you always want to do? Live, run away and fight another day. Isn't that why you lost your ship? Isn't that why you're here now? Do it again, Yasin. Run away.
I feel like that's gonna shake Yasin to his core.
Do you let go, or do you want to try something else?
I think. Is there some? Well, if she likes to do like mind reading stuff, is there something I can do to like? Just like. Yeah.
Yes, at risk.
Ooh.
So you'll have to make another wisdom saving throw. If you succeed on this throw, you'll be able to read the surface of her thoughts. You can push back. But if you fail, that's going to have consequences. Your choice. But yeah, if you want to push back, you can push back. You can read her thoughts back. It's a two-way connection.
Yeah, I'm going to push back.
Push back, boy. All right. Yeah. Roll those dice.
15.
Nice. Well done. Well done. As you start to feel her pull away, you rise that wave. You visualize it the way you do the ocean. You can navigate any waters, and the mind is simply another ocean for you to navigate. And you ride that wave, following her across your mindscape into hers. And her eyes go wide as you are now skimming the surface of her thoughts. And here's what you learn. You learn that Keladri is a conduit. And Kieran, and Kieran is also a conduit. That because of the Kyber crystal inside of Kieran, he has become a conduit to open portals. That the machine above is there to amplify what is weak inside of Kieran, but is strong inside of Keladri. And in that moment, as you start to dive a little bit deeper into what is the magic behind this, you feel the grandmother release her grip on you and go, "No!" And that door shuts. And she looks at you and she goes, "Impressive. Most impressive. Yasin Maurice Driftwood."
That is my middle name.
Our paths will cross again. I underestimated you. I won't do it again. And you just almost watch her fade back into the shadows as she moves away and is gone outside of your sight. But now you know the importance of Keladri as this focusing crystal, literally a crystal, to open portals, that she was born and bred to do that. You got some of her backstory in the grandmother's thoughts. You know what Keladri was made for, and that Kieran is an imperfect facsimile, something that she's using in the meantime. Nice roll, by the way. Nice job. Just going inside grandma's mind like that. Cool beans, man.
Yeah.
Is there anything else the two of you want to do in this moment? Keladri, you saw the exchange between Yasin and your grandmother, and you saw Yasin shake her up. You know that your grandmother was violated, for lack of a better word, that her mind, that Yasin... I regret it. I regret saying that so bad. Yasin was able to read a bit of her mind. You get a sense of that. So you saw that exchange. And where Yasin watched her drift into shadow, you could keep an eye on her for just a bit longer. And you know that she was moving towards the top of the staircase behind Roka's throne.
Oh, I want to look at Yasin and ask him if he's all right. Are you all right?
Yeah, like, are you?
No.
We're all right. So that's your grandma, huh? So, and portals.
Mhm.
Portals.
Headed up the stairs.
If that wasn't clear. And we gotta find our cat and Kieran's body and our other friends.
We still have a baby too, so we have to figure out that.
Baby.
Oh yeah, that thing.
So what do the two of you want to do about Roka's baby? You guys are right. You have a few things. There's Kieran's body, which both of you know where Kieran's body is at this point, because Keladri could see the trail. Kieran, you poked around in Grandma's mind, so you know those things. So you know where they are. Or Yasin knows.
Yeah.
And
She's been poking around in my mind for a while, so the other way around.
So what would the two of you like to do next?
Okay. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I feel like since Keladri probably has the best idea of Mima's endgame, that I guess, and well, I guess I ask Keladri, like, do you know what her next step is probably going to be?
Well, she's trying to get, I think, the portal open. So maybe we need to find, because I know that Quirk's around here somewhere, right? Have I seen? They probably figure out this machine and see if we can get Kieran back. That can disrupt her plan.
But she wants, from what I gathered, she wants to get home. So why are we trying to stop that? Because don't we also want to get home? I feel like Yasin's just kind of like he's kind of sat down at a chair, like we want to go home, but she's a bad person and she's going to hurt Kieran.
The portals, I feel like, could be unstable. So what does she want to do when she gets back home? I think we're missing a couple of pieces. Yeah.
So we need.
Also, Kelladry would know that there's also a risk of Kieran dying.
Okay. So we need to stop Grandma.
All right. So the two of you are going to make your way up the stairs. Is that the plan, to see about the machine and all that jazz?
Well, should we? I guess the baby's fine. He's in an egg.
Can we? Is there like a bystander that we can ask to watch out for this baby, but not
Sure.
just be taking naps? So
I got you. The closest guy to you is Anthrax, who is kind of just plucking away in the corner there. As you look towards him, because he's like literally like, I don't know, 10 feet from you or less, you see Kieran just kind of sitting by Anthrax, literally just cat loafing right there, you know, about a good 2 feet from him, you know, like most cats do. Like, I'm with you, but I'm not like, you know,
But
there,
I'm not with
you know what I'm saying? Got his back to him, and you see Kieran look up at the two of you. He's the closest bystander if you want to talk to Anthrax about watching your egg.
he's already got our cat, so yeah, let's just go over to him.
All right, so as the two of you approach, Anthrax kind of looks up and he goes, "Oi, mate, hey, your cat's really taking a liking to me. Not that I mind, but I'm just saying, if he happens to not be with you by the end of the night, it's probably because he went home with me. I'm just gonna throw that out there, you know. Cat's gotta do what a cat's gotta do, anyway."
More like that's not all he seems.
Yeah, I look at the cat and I go, a cat's gonna do what a cat's gonna do.
Try to resist the urge to lick my butt.
And then I go, anyway, me, or I guess I'm just going to play this off, like me and the missus have a small emergency we need to deal with, and we were wondering if you could watch our baby.
Oh, whoa! That's a big responsibility. That's a major. Whoa! Oh, that's life changing. I've always wanted a kid. This is crazy.
Oh no!
And he looks at you, Kelladry. Look, I know that you know the mom's bond is strong. With are you okay with me watching this little dog here? You sure you're okay with me?
The cat and the baby have a very strong bond. They don't like to be separated for too long.
All right, yeah, I heard about those things. Yeah. I want the two of you to roll persuasion and combine your numbers.
Oh, sick.
I jump up onto the baby's little bassinet in order to roll as well, if they are in trouble.
If you're gonna jump up there, I want you to roll agility, roll acrobatics, but with advantage. You're a cat.
Oh, nat 20.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, nat 20! Double 20!
Oh, nice. So sad it's happening
They
here.
saw the dice go to the chair and they're like, "Not me!
Not me!
Not me!"
Tell me what the two of your numbers are.
21.
Okay.
22.
Okay, nice. That's more than high enough. And with Kieran's catastic acrobatics. So Kieran, you definitely get on top of this and kind of circle a little bit and then squat back down and loaf on top of the carriage. And Anthrax kind of looks at the two of you and he goes, I am just touched. Absolutely touched. Like the two of you I would be happy to watch your baby and understand emergencies. You know, if you all need to go and bang out another child or something, you go ahead and do that. These parties are good for that. You two just have fun. Don't worry about it. Take all the time you need, longer than 5 minutes. And he's looking at you, Yasin. You treat her right, okay? You make it last, all right? You two go ahead, go. You go on, you cheeky couple. You don't want you, baby. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Where am I right now?
Where aren't you?
Where are you?
At this moment, you would be kind of gathering your things to move off the stage.
I have the instrument, by the way.
Yes, you do, because you did take that. So
Do I see any of this mess happening?
I'm gonna say yeah. You're close enough to be able to hear that, but you're trying not to like be known to them, to not kind of put them in danger.
I don't want to.
But you could. Everybody can hear what Anthrax is saying. Like the whole place does. They don't necessarily hear Yasin and Keladri, but everybody hears Anthrax. So the two of you have a babysitter, and the two of you are going to make your way up the stairs behind Roka's throne. Am I right?
Yes.
Oh, we lost Melissa for a hot second, but I think
She had
she'll be
to
back.
tech glitch, so she's
Tech glitch. She'll be back. Here, do you want to do this stealthily, or does it matter if anybody sees you? How do you want to do this?
Should we try stealth?
Stay stealth, just in case. Better safe than sorry.
If not, oh well.
All right,
Yeah.
roll stealth.
Yeah.
Roll stealth and see what happens.
Pretty high.
Ooh,
A 6.
14.
14. All right, that kind of splits the difference. The two of you are able to make it to the stairs without being like noticed. It's almost like Assassin's Creed, right? You're walking around and people know you're there, but you're not drawing attention to yourself. You're blending, you're mingling as you walk up. You grab a little bit of food, you chat amongst each other like a young couple, and you slowly make your way towards the stairs, and nobody's the wiser for it. Now, if you want to secretly go up the stairs, you'll need to make another stealth roll.
Okay. 13.
Okay. The two of you are able to make your way up the stairs, and nobody notices. By the time you guys have hit that area, your candor and your talking has just, all the heads turn away, do whatever they want to do, kind of turn towards Anthrax, who's like, oh babies, this is exciting, and he's just all happy about that. And so the two of you are able to make your way up to the top of the stairs without anybody noticing you're there. And we'll get to what you find in a second. Nim, how would you like to react to what's been going on?
Don't even know how to react to Anthrax wanting kids. This is awkward. I didn't know this. But I am gonna kind of wander over there. I'm gonna try to make nice a little bit because I know I have been pissing him off a little bit.
All right, how do you want to do that?
So, I'm actually gonna walk up past him to the cat, because I have no idea who the cat is
True.
at this point. And I'm gonna be like, oh, hello, cat. Oh, I haven't seen one of these in forever. They're so cute. I actually do want to, like, smush your face a little bit.
Kieran, how do you react to your face being smushed by Nim?
I use that nat 20 to nimbly get away from it. Bat away at it.
That's it. That's just like a cat, isn't it? Yeah. He's so cute.
Yeah,
Follow
what?
up defensively on the pod.
Oh, yeah, so nice to see you hanging around here, you know. Saw you getting all comfy cozy with Kiva.
No, I didn't like that, right?
Yeah, well, it's hard to tell. Look, I mean,
It's always a show.
yeah, but then, you know, choosing those noobs over me, defending them like that, I don't know, you're not the Nim I remember. And that was literally like a couple of days ago, but these new people show up and something about you's changed.
Honestly, they kind of reminded me of home, you know? And I don't know, I got defensive over that. I'm sorry?
Is that it? Roll persuasion with advantage.
Seeing as I didn't roll a 20 on that one, I'm going to roll again. Okay, 13.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a d20 and nothing a d12.
Oh, that's not work. Yeah, I mean, okay, I get it. I'll get it though. I mean, yeah, I miss home too. Yeah, I mean, yeah, seeing a tiefling and an elf and goblins and tabaxi. It felt like home. I mean, I don't think we've ever seen a group that big from home before come in. Not since us. It's hard.
Sometimes it's hard. I forget you're from there too.
Yeah, mate. You know that we spent so many nights talking about home.
You rocked out tonight, though.
Yeah, I did.
You always do.
I try. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got all worked up.
I'm sorry too.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
But what is this? And she points to the cat.
Apparently in here there's a baby. He's sleeping. Shh, he's sleeping. So I won't open it. But this couple, Yosin and Caladri, they're just the cutest couple.
Sure.
They need to go, work out sometimes, budgeting, boom, boom, boom. And so they went some way, and they're going now.
And you just agreed to this.
It's been longer than 5 minutes. He did good. He did good. I know I've been working on that. You've been telling me, 5 minutes is not a standard.
Bad.
So so I was helping him out. So he's good. Yeah, they're all doing. So they need me to wash the kid, and I thought I want kids. Why not? I could wash them.
You want kids?
Someday, I was thinking, that'll be nice.
You never told me that.
Well, I just, I don't know if we'd ever get out of the arena, but if one day we could, maybe we could build a life somewhere, get a pet house or something overlooking anything other than this damn city,
Little half dragon, half elf babies.
That'd be cute. It'd be like an elf with scales, It's like badass, Maybe a tail.
Tail.
Yeah. Tail be good.
It's getting weird. No. I'm still not okay that they left a baby with you.
Come on, man. When the urge hits, just go, it's just, at this time, as
such a bod. Such a bod.
It really is. As Anthrax is kind of like, just making weird sounds and like moving his body in odd ways, you hear the thump, thump, thump of mud as she approaches, this big, heavy footfall. And she looks at you and she goes, Nim,
Yes.
I have lost track of Estrella. I told her to stay next to me, and now she is not. I have concerns.
But yes. Why does she always end up somewhere else she should? Okay. Anthrax, watch the baby. You're doing a great job.
Yeah, I am.
Maybe play a little lullaby or something. Keep it quiet.
I could do that. Yeah.
Totally.
I got this. Play a little lullaby. Yeah. You go.
Does the cat like you?
I ain't left my side yet, so I guess so. I mean, she good. She cool.
I usually roll better handling than you do, but whatever, it's fine.
It's fine. Cat's great. Go. Mud, nice seeing you, as always. Freakishly tall woman. Why is it you never want to go to bed with me? And Mud just
She
looks
knows
down
you're
at,
taken. Let's go. Let's go.
I would crush you. And she just turns and walks away.
True.
And so you follow Mud as the two of you try to find Estrella. I want you to roll investigation along with Mud.
Okay.
So Mud can't see much of anything despite her height. She truly lost track of Estrella. What'd you get?
I got a dirty 20.
You take note of how Anthrax was motioning in the direction for Yasin and Keladri. I mean, you know Yasin. And you know that led toward the stairs. And so as you kind of make your way around and Mud follows you, you look up the stairs, and while you don't see Yasin or Keladri because they stealth him good, and you don't see Estrella, what you do see is the giant machine that's up there. Everybody can see that. But you see Quirk. And you see Quirk's body in a position as if she could be hiding something.
I'm gonna nudge Mud. Bad girl.
I don't like harpies.
We get feathers everywhere. It's weird. But she's being a little floofier than usual.
I
Do
see
you
what
see
you're
it?
saying. Yeah.
Yeah. She's
So-
using those feathers a little too much, if you know what I mean.
Let's go talk with the bird.
You think Broca will let us up there?
And she just smiles and
That's right.
walks up.
Go, big lady, let's go. Lead the way.
As the two of you walk by, Roka looks and you just hear him go, "Utopata Shutoloma." And you hear Mud, without skipping a beat or waiting for the translator, just goes, "Ubanabatafa," and just keeps walking past. And Roka just goes, "Boom." And the two of you are unimpeded as you make your way up the stairs.
That's why I like this girl.
Let us move to Grim. Grim is still with good old Kivalas.
Of course.
And you can feel Kiva whisper into your mind, "That's not enough. There is more there." And you hear his voice, but you feel his voice in your mind, and he's using a force technique on you to project himself stronger. You've done it to others in the past. You recognize what he's doing. Look again. Go deeper. There's something hidden there, something very important. I know you wish to discover it as much as I do. Let me in. Let me help you. Let me in. Let me help you. We can do it together.
So he wants to go into my mind?
Uh-huh. He wants you to let him have access to your thoughts, to probe deeper into that memory.
Okay, is there a way that I could let him in, but only let him see certain parts? Like if I did a continual roll?
Mm-hmm. You'll be making a series of wisdom saving throws. Each time you succeed, you will keep him from whatever you choose, but see it yourself. If you fail, he will gain access to it.
Can I ask what the main objective is?
Of course not. We're going to find that out as we go.
Yeah.
But
Let
I
me
will
just
let
roll
you,
once to see if this is a good idea.
we can certainly start it off with a roll to see how much access he gets immediately.
Okay.
Make a wisdom saving throw. And you are agreeing to revisit this memory. You want to go deeper, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
21.
Good roll. As you agree, and you can feel Kiva's mind join yours, and it's almost as if it's a magic meditation for you. He would call it a battle meld, but the two of your minds become one. And you see the same things. You see his presence next to you, but immediately you can feel a sense of strength in yourself, as if I'm in control and you're here because I let you.
Okay.
And little floofster. And so you are definitely definitely the one calling the shots right now. Before you, you see your father's study. You see the fire that crackles in the background. You see the books laid out in front of you as you desperately try to learn more about what your father has been doing for the past 5 years. Your memory of this moment feels different. You've always known him to be secluded, to have secret meetings, to be searching for power. But this memory, there's a sense of desperation because you feel like you're trying to save your father from something. And that's why you're searching through his journals and his notes. Roll investigation for me.
Sorry, I just have to confirm. 22.
22. Good roll. As you scan through the pages, understanding both the memory and who you are now in this moment, you're not reliving the past per se, you're viewing it, you're controlling it. And you notice words that meant nothing to you as a teenage girl.
Okay.
You see the Night Mother's name appear. You see Faunus's name appear. And you see the other versions of his name you already recognize from Hyrule and from Nar Shaddaa. They're in your father's journal. He rushes into the room in this moment, not in anger like you've always remembered, but in fear and panic. And he looks at you. What have you done, child? Why would you search through those books? There's nothing for you there. Close them now, quickly, please. How do you react to your father?
Uh. I'm surprised he wasn't mad. I thought he was just gonna be mad. I guess close the book first of all.
Yep, okay.
And then kind of ask him what's wrong, I guess.
Sure. Now remember, you are you now, just like we were with Keledri. You can ask anything that you know now. Like if you want to ask about Faunus, I'm just saying you don't have to hold back because it's a flashback.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll just be like, why do you have this book with all these people's names in it? I know some about them.
Oh, I've been trying to keep this from you for years. I don't want the curse to pass to you. It's bad enough that I have to endure it. These books are forbidden even by our ancient order. You know this, Valencia. Don't read their contents. There's nothing for you there.
What's the curse?
he has this look on his face, and he turns behind him as if there's something coming, and he goes, "I don't have much time. What? I delved too deep. You know, our family has been about power. It's why we have the wealth we do now, Valencia. None of this is secret to you, but you don't know how I acquired it. I took it. I took it.
From
But
whom?
from an ancient order who worshipped a man called Thonis. These people were rife with power that was there for the taking. They were ignorant, foolish, they were weak. I've taught you to snuff out the weak, and so I did. And with it came a curse. My patron is not who you think she is. She does not give me the power that you... Oh, fuck. And in that moment, you watch your father's face turn bright red and then purple, and he starts to claw at his throat as he's lifted off the ground. Roll Arcana.
16?
Yep, that'll do. As you reach out with your magical senses, you see your father's patron. You've seen her before, but your adult mind, knowing all that you know now, sees her differently. Her purple form, her crystalline skin, the horns that pull back across her head, the elongated arms and fingers. You know this woman now as the Night Mother, the one that has been plaguing your companions since you started this mission. She is your father's patron. And she looks at you. And I want you to make a wisdom saving throw, because Kiva Las is going, "This is it. This is the moment I've wanted. Show me."
20?
What do you want to show him? You've succeeded.
Oh, okay. I want him to see an alternative thing.
Yep.
Where he just sees me run toward my dad and he stops choking or something.
Okay. You implant that thought into Kiva's mind, and you hear him grit his teeth. No. There must be more. There must be more to this. Keep digging. Go deeper. And you do. You stare at the Night Mother now, and she stares at you. And you hear her voice. "Valencia, I did not expect you to be here. I didn't want you to be here. Thought you could be here. Knew you must. Why? Why are you here, Valencia? Why?"
Do I answer?
You can. This is your moment.
I was about to be like, because I live here. That's the first thing that popped in my head. I'm sorry.
No.
Yes, I know you live here, but you could be in any room of this giant ass house, but you're here.
Sorry. Like, but it's more interesting over here.
Oh. Indeed. She lifts your father higher, and you can see his eyes starting to roll back. Did you come for him? Want him? Need him? Save him? Or did you come to watch him die?
Not the second one, even though our past might think otherwise. Just curious what's going on.
Your father has a contract with me, long-standing contract, longer than 5 years. Did he say 5 years? He must have said 5 years. It's longer than 5 years. Shall I snap his neck?
Would that really help you?
It would. Because then I could be your patron. You know, it passes down family lines. I could give you power untold. You could control the very cosmos themselves. Just say yes.
I'm a pass. But I can't think of something like epic to say.
I like it. Passes, that works. I'm a pass.
I'm a pass.
She lowers your father as you say that, and he falls to the floor, passed out, but you can tell he's still breathing. And I suppose I must let him live or lose my hold on this world. Troublesome little brat, you are. Oh. Oh. You have another patron already. Alexander. Really? Grim, in this moment, you feel a tug on your heart. It's Alexander calling, whispering, "Summon me. Please summon me, Grim. Now is the time to form our pact."
Is this past me?
Yep.
Okay, I was like, we have a pact. I guess I summon him.
And you do. Something that's so natural to you now that was so difficult as a teenager. You summon Alexander, and he appears in the room half between his human shape and half his demon shape. He hasn't settled. He can't hold because your pact has not formed. But he stares down the Night Mother. You can't have this one. You've held this family for too long, Night Mother. Time for you to crawl back to the abyss. Alexander, you speak with such power, and yet you know you have none here. Not for me, not in this place, not now, not ever, not here. Grim, is it? Such a weak name, Valencia, but choose it if you shall. Tell me, do you side with Alexander, or will you choose real power? Choose your patron now.
Alexander.
Bitch. And Alexander, in that moment, reaches out to you. Give me your hand.
Alexander said that?
Yep.
Okay, I give him my hand.
He looks at you, and you watch him in that moment fully materialize in his human form as he holds your hand, and he whispers to you, "Magic always comes with a price." And in that moment, you feel your arm disintegrate from your body. Pain shoots through you as you watch the flesh and muscle and bone just dissolve into his hand, into this dark aura that he holds. And he turns to the Night Mother and he goes, I have enough power now. And he forces his hand into the ground, and you watch this dark ember shockwave throughout the floor and reach up tendrils. And they start to lash out at the Night Mother and grab her and chain her. And she stares at him. Impressive, Alexander. But I have but to do this. And she reaches behind her to the mantle where your father's axe sits, grabs it and flings it into the ground in one quick motion into your father's chest. Now I am free. We will meet again, Valencia. We have met, will meet, always meet. And I will be your end. And as she disappears, she stares at Alexander and just mouths, fuck you, and disappears in that moment.
I love how they get all ghetto when it's my turn.
Alexander, well, make one more wisdom saving throw. This was a moment for Kivalas to see the truth. Does he see the truth?
Oh no.
What'd you get?
A 6. I was rolling so good.
In this moment, Kiva bursts through your illusion and sees the Night Mother kill your father. Watches as Alexander's chains can no longer hold her in this realm, and she fades into the night. Finally, I knew you were connected to the Night Mother in some way. You are mine, Valencia.
You said what?
You said your name, Carol. You said you are mine, Valencia.
That's the part I'm disturbed about, not Valencia as much. But
Oh yeah. So, as the memory starts to fade, you watch Alexander walk up to you, crying because he had to take your arm. And he touches your forehead, and he goes, forget this moment, Grim. Don't carry this pain. Remember whatever you wish, and give yourself strength from it. And the memory goes black. And as you come to, you find yourself chained to the top of the machine.
Why am I always chained to shit?
A tube in your arm carrying blood into the contraption.
Rude.
By your side is Estrella. Estrella, you watched an unconscious Grim be taken up the stairs, shackled, and injected with an IV so that her blood runs into the same machine you're connected to.
This isn't sanitary.
Tiva stares at the two of you and at Quirk. You've done well, Quack. Well done. With the power of these two mages, we should be able to open a portal anywhere that we wish. Drain them dry, Poppy. Make sure that there's nothing left. Can you do this for me?
Yeah.
Home. I want to go home. Yes, of course. I will take you wherever you want. Home. To my sister. Home. Fine, fine, whoever your sister is. I do not care. Do this for me, I will take you. Yes. I will do as you command. Fine. And he moves away into the shadows. Yasin.
Yasin disappeared.
Yasin, Eldridge, Nim, and Mud. Oh gosh. You stairs to where this machine is, this sort of laboratory above the throne that is only partially visible. Now that you are up here, you see how deep and how large this space truly is. Hard to tell from the ground floor. You see Estrella and Grim chained and being bled dry. If you look into the heart of the machine, inside of this swirling vortex of energy as it starts to ramp up, you can make out just barely the silhouette of Kieran's body. And you see Quirk. What do you do?
Can I do a check of what's around me, and am I awake?
You and Estrella are awake, but drugged. So in this state, until it kind of wears out or wears off, some of your checks will be made with disadvantage, just because you're in a drugged state.
Can I do a, I don't know what it's called, like surrounding, like what I'm strapped to check?
Sure. Yeah, what I'm strapped to check. Give
I
me
feel like that should be
perception.
one, because very common with me.
Roll perception.
Use the drugs. Let them fuel you.
What I'm strapped to.
Give me them drugs.
I love it.
Perception. Why you do this? I need my stats. I don't know if it's the internet or what.
I can check. I can tell you what your.
What's my amplifier?
Yep. I'm going to view, and your perception is. Hang on, it is loading. Da 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 da.
Oh, it's 0. Okay, so it's just 19.
Yep, straight 19. Sweetness. You can see well enough around you that you can tell Estrella is next to you, within an arm's length from you.
Which arm?
Which, that's
I'm
funny.
just take off the other one.
You can, that's funny. You can tell that this machine that you're attached to reaches high into the ceiling and gets lost in the ceiling, as in it must go above it, reaching through the roof probably. You can feel.
What about what I'm strapped with?
You are strapped with a cuff made of a material you've never encountered before. It's plastoid. It's a really tough plastic, but you have no frame of reference for it from your world, where you're from. But you see it wrapped around one cuff and then wrapped around a metal arm that sticks off the machine.
Okay.
And you and Estrella are both connected to different arms that come down off of this central kind of fuselage that spins in place.
What were you saying about the machine? I interrupted. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You can feel your blood leaving, but that's not the part that concerns you. What you can feel is your magic leaving through the blood, as if it's doing more than just pulling at your blood, but your soul. Pieces of you are getting sucked into the vortex of this machine, and you can feel its power growing. You're all up here, besides the cat. Is there anything anybody else would like to do as well?
I'm going to say that I run forward to whoever I'm closest to try to.
Estrella would be before Grim from your direction.
Okay. So I'm going to run towards Estrella.
You're kind of cutting out on this a little bit.
Because I know. Oh, sorry. I'm going to try and going towards Estrella. I'm going to notice that she's one arm short.
Oh, that's right. You don't know that.
Yeah, that's true.
And also, I feel like other factors are going to tell me that you've been going through it. So I'm going to take out. I guess I'll take out. I want to say my water pouch.
Okay.
Off my girl.
And no. I want to take out my water pouch and try to shape the water around the chain to like freeze it.
Interesting. Roll a straight D20.
I'm holding
Oh gosh, don't roll that.
14.
You open your pouch, draw the water out, flow it towards the chain, and you freeze it across its length. And as you get ready to reach out and grab and crush this ice, that's all that crushes. The chain remains strong underneath. It's not budging to your ice magic.
I take out the scimitar and try to chop it.
Oh my god.
As you draw your scimitar, you hear this kind of hawk-like screech. Just I'm not going to do it. Imagine a hawk-like screech. I want you to make a dexterity saving throw.
13.
You turn just in time to see these talons from Quirk rush towards you as she just kind of flaps and pushes in your direction and tries to gut you with her feet. But you just lean back just in time, falling flat to the ground as she sails over you, and you kip up, flipping to your feet, turning and getting in a defensive position as she lands and turns towards you. No, leave. We can all go home if you just let these two be sacrificed. Please. We can go home. Don't do this.
Yeah, I'm not going to let you kill them, you shitty bird. You shitty bird.
Caladri, how do you react?
I'm gonna run towards them and try to call out to Quirk.
What do you say?
Quirk, sister. Kill him.
Sister, you, I don't remember you. Why do you call me sister?
Okay, don't you remember me? It's me, Caladri.
Caladri. Huh. Roll persuasion, and also add your arcana to it if you have any.
12.
As you reach out, you are doing more than just talking to her. You are trying to send waves of magic, of remembrance. You're trying to call to her soul, but when you make contact with her soul where it should be, you find pieces shattered. It's like glass in your hand, and the harder you try to grab and hold on to it, you feel the pain of cuts. And she looks at you and she goes, Keledri, not my sister. You hurt Quirk. You tried to kill me. You wanted to use me. You're not my sister anymore.
Able to connect with me or the piece of...
Oh, can't hear you. You're just a little too low.
Right. Am I able to connect with the crystal inside me or the piece of Rick's soul?
For that, I want you to make 2 rolls. Give me a Constitution saving throw and a religious check. You can assign your highest number to whichever one you want.
Okay.
9 and 14.
And then do I roll one for religion?
No, those are 2.
Okay, so 9.
So 9 and 14.
Yeah, 9 and 14.
Which one would you like to go for your con save, and which one for religion?
I'll do the 9 for Constitution and then the 14 for religion.
I want you to take 2 points of damage because you fail your con save, but your religion is high enough that you make a connection to the power inside you, to this crystal, this coldness that you felt in your heart, that you've always thought was a deadness to the world, that you're just emotionless and heartless. You realize that if you dig past that, you can feel a warmth that you didn't know was there. Some of it's yours. A lot of it is Keledri, the little girl that you knew, the piece of her spirit that is trapped inside of you. You feel that little girl there, and she's still holding your hand. You've made a connection to her inside of you. What do you want to do?
Can I reach out and try to take her hand?
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Um, 10.
Estrella, in this moment, what do you want to do? You have been drugged the longest, and your drugs are starting to wear off a little bit more.
Okay, I'm gonna take a second and question my life decisions. Once I want to cast my spiritual weapon. I want it to be my purple lightsaber, and I want to see if I can like through these like handcuffs.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
I'm going to say while that's happening with her and the other happening with Kel, that Yasin looks over at Nim.
22.
Yeah, who's between me and this stuff? Is Kiva in front of me?
No, none of you know where Kiva is right now.
Oh, he's vamoosed since putting Grim there.
He
said,
blended into the shadows.
Oh, okay. What is in front? I feel like I'm on the other side because we came up like.
Yep, you came up two
opposite
different stairs. So you are with Mud, and from your position, Grim is the closest one. On the opposite side is Yasin and Keldry, with Estrella being the closest. But you see that Keldry is facing off with Quirk. Quirk is in the middle.
Right.
In the middle of this area.
Good job, bud.
And Yasin is just sort of, kind of looking across Quirk at you, and you see him in a battle pose, and he's ready to kill
So
Quirk.
he just goes, nah. You just called my name, right?
Well, just look at Nim and like realize it's been a while, and then just kind of, I guess, look back at Quark and just be like, "I'm so glad you could join us, Miss Champion."
Hi, mate. Blue boy, always strong as ever. Wait, gotta focus. What's going on here?
And the two of you can quickly catch up and kind of get up to speed on what's happened. Now, what would you like to do?
But they're not near me, right?
Grim is the closest.
Grim's the closest?
I'm like, what's up?
So, I'm gonna go for Grim then.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to get her detached from the thing.
How do you want to detach
Do I
her?
know how to undo these cuffs? Have I seen them before?
These are traditional Star Wars stun cuffs.
Fun. Okay.
You know exactly what they are. They have been used on all of you in the past. There are holdovers from wars with various empires. And of course, the Hutts have a good number of these in their cache.
So do I know if I open it, it'll stun?
In order to open it, you have to pick the lock, but you have to also get past the stun component, or it will knock Grim unconscious.
Just slap me awake.
It'll take more than one roll of sleight of hand to do it.
If I tried to force him open, it would still knock her unconscious.
If you try to strengthen it, it will damage her. You know that.
Okay, I know this.
What about the chain? Let's go back to the chain idea.
It's just, is that a metal chain?
It is a metal chain, but you recognize the metal as pieces of your own armor that you wear. It's Beskar.
That's not going to be right.
You're not going to cut through that.
Cool.
So as you're figuring out what you want to do there, let's move to Estrella. You rolled a 22, 21? 22! Man, she rolled good tonight. No, she ain't dying tonight. Estrella, as you reach inside and try to summon your spiritual weapon, you feel something pull. And it's only your strength of will and arcana that keeps you from losing yourself in that pull. And that pull is a void, an absence of your deity. And you remember in that moment that she gave her life in the arena to save you. And your spiritual weapon will not summon.
Oh no.
Wait, what?
Estrella can't summon her spiritual weapon because her deity was killed in the arena. Or at least poofed into a regenerative state.
Forgot that that's how that stuff worked. Cool.
As you figure out your next steps, Nim, what you doing?
I'm doing something.
You also have Mud with you, don't forget.
Yes. Could Mud maybe yank the chain out of the machine? Not break the chain, but yank it out of the machine. Is the machine made out of Beskar too?
No.
Okay.
I can try.
Give it all you got, big girl.
All right. Mud is going to rush forward to your side, Grim. This 7.5 foot tall shadow looms over you as she grabs the chain that you're cuffed to, and she looks down and she goes, "Maybe pull two."
Okay.
And she goes for it. Not bad, not bad. That's going to be a 23 with her plus. She's got like a +7 or something there for a saving throw. So she grabs with both arms and she just starts to turn and twist her torso as she pulls. And under her coat, you can see that this coat is almost skin tight. Her muscles flex against it. You hear the leather just kind of creak and crack as her muscles push it a little past their seam, and then you hear the sound of metal screeching. And she pulls it free from its mooring, the connection that it's to on the machine. And so you are free. Your one hand is still cuffed, connected to this chain that you can whip around if you so choose. And then your other hand is still connected by the IV, which of course you can.
Oh, so her metal hand was connected.
Correct.
And she has an IV still.
Because they're not going to put an IV in the.
Oh, yeah, no, I thought they were both the same hand.
No.
Same hand.
Oh, what?
Your IV's in the other hand. Your blood's still
The
being.
one that has blood just?
Yes.
I thought both your flesh hand was the one cuffed and IV. I thought it was all in one. All in one.
Oh, okay. So this one's cuffed, but it.
Yep.
Yeah, metal one's cuffed but free. This one still has an IV in it.
Okay. Do I have enough magic left to summon my scythe?
Of course. You don't want to pull out the IV first?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, just making sure. I'm like, it kind of fizzles a little bit.
I need
blood everywhere.
Yeah, blood. You managed to pull out the IV, and yes, you are able to call upon your scythe. You're woozy, but you are quickly regaining your strength, and you feel it summon to your hand and is ready for battle. Caladri, as you grab Quirk's hand, you feel her try to pull away, but you hold on tight. And you begin to transfer instinctually her soul back to her, the pieces that you have kept a hold of for 20 or more years. It flows out of you as you remember your sister, growing up with her in the village, playing amongst the trees. You remember the first day she came as a baby, soot and ash all over her, knowing that her village was destroyed. And you were her sister from that moment, and you loved her and you protected her. And all of that flows back into Quirk, and her eyes begin to water and tears fall down on her feathers, and she looks at you and she goes, "Sister, oh, what have I done? Oh, no. What do you do?"
I'm gonna look at her and just say, we have time to fix this. We need to shut it down.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can do this. And in that moment, all of you hear the same sound. Quirk, Caladri, Nim, you recognize this sound instantly. The snap hiss of a lightsaber being ignited. The hum is low and powerful. From the deepest, shadowiest corner, a red blade ignites. And out from this shadow walks Kivalas. His long blade dancing around as he looks at each and every one of you. The time has come to end this little game of ours, champions. You will not stop this process, and I will control this machine. And that is where we will end tonight's session.
That was a good one.